Hiya folks, as you quite well know, I'm selling my stoves and everything else. Now, Outdoor Gear Essentials and Amazon and everyone else, you can search out for these Lixada windshields, titanium. They weigh in at about, checking it out on my scales, about 42 grams, and in combination with my little stove, 25-26 grams. That's a really lightweight system. So I'm just going to try it out in the shed now, okay, with some different pots just to show you, and then you know, we'll just see how it goes. So I've got a capilka of coffee ready to go after my morning run, okay, and it literally turned up yesterday. So this is just the first look at it. It comes with two sort of pot rests that go on top, and then you've got the windshield itself. Now, I quickly tried to put it together last night when I come off my shift, and it really is quite simple. It literally is, you've got like a little rivet there, a little rivet there, and holes. Pretty simple, and it literally just goes on there like that, bends round, and then interlocks on the same like so. Now, what I did do when I had a quick look at it earlier, okay, those two little rivets act like a pot stand already. So literally, just as it is, with my 900ml titanium pot, okay, it fits in there really snug, and then there's obviously space underneath for the burner to go in. As you well know, I like to use my Bushcraft Essentials one, but this will probably go in another one of my little kits. I've ordered a new bag from Helicon Text, which should be here hopefully today, and that will probably go in there. So look, so there's the stove, there's the cup, and then literally it will sit in there, and then there's still enough gap for the pot to go in, okay. Also on top of that, the Eagle kettle, even without the wire cross stands, will sit on there perfectly. And then if you did want to use the wire cross stands, you can, and I suppose they just literally just slot on there like so, go on the other side like there, and then I suppose then you can sit your whatever pot of choice that you've got that wants to go on there. So in my case, it's this titanium boundless forge pot. All right, so let's get the kettle on. La la la. La la la. Put some mess in there. That'll do. Ferro rod and open hole knife, give it a strike, get that going. Okay, so there we go. So there's the, obviously that's the burner, there's the windshield, and then we'll stick my stick the kettle on there. And that's quite composite. I think that's quite a nice little setup there. I mean, if you think about it, I mean, obviously when you fold that down, you break it down, that can slip into a pocket with the burner as well. So you wouldn't even need a pouch or anything for it to go in there. You could use it as your kind of emergency kit, as it were, or use it as just your normal sort of go-to stove and kind of windshield sort of cooking system. Right, okay, so that's burning lovely there. So we'll let that kettle we'll let that kettle heat up. I have seen some of the comments that have coming up on the YouTube video that I did of the stoves. Some people are saying obviously that the Lixada windshield works with the burner and so on and so forth, and then obviously other people are coming out with their own little combinations of what they're using. But there are quite a few people using these little Lixada windshields, as I say, at 42 grams or thereabouts, you know, and combination with the stove. You know, it's it's a no-brainer in it really. Very light, very ultra light, and as I say, it's something that's compact. You know, you can literally just put it in your pocket, or you know, put it in a pouch and stick it in your rucksack. While that kettle's boiling, I think my first impressions of these, I'm not sure. I might stick them in my kit, I'm not entirely sure, but I think I can get away without them. Or I'd be tempted to sort of maybe cut them down a little bit. I don't really know. I'll sort of keep playing around with it myself personally, but again, that's up to the individual how they want to use it. But for me, as I say, I use a Eagle kettle, Trangia kettle, and then my titanium sort of pots, or the Pathfinder pot. And obviously I think that's quite composite. And then obviously as well, if I wanted to use even my titanium pot on there, I'll only stick that on for my titanium plate, that sits on there quite suffice as well. So you know, I think I'll get away with just using the windshield and the burner if I wanted to, and that would go in a nice, very compact, and as I say, extremely lightweight, ultra light sort of setup really. So while that water's heating up as well, I mean, I've got this is the titanium set from Boundless Voyage as well, the sort of the military version of the little cup, the bigger one, and then obviously you've got the, you know, the military canteen and the lid. David Fry's, what he did, and I think some people have adopted his idea as well, by actually putting, I mean, this isn't a burner, this is just a, you know, this is just like wax pads, but if we just use that as an example, what Dave did, he actually, you know, if you can imagine now that this is the, that's the burner, and then what he did then was put obviously his cup on there and use that instead. So again, another sort of maybe an idea for some folk that are looking at going quite, you know, super lightweight, especially with titanium and stuff like that, you know, with the technology, if you like, and the advancements of sort of outdoor gear and survival gear and whatever, however you want to label it. Heat up now, the steam's starting to come out of the kettle. So quite a, you know, as you see there, you know, as from the words of Mac Tightwad, let your eyes be your guide. I mean, that is a very simple, as I say, super ultralight and compact setup there. Obviously without the kettle, you know, but, you know, as I say, with just the windshield and one of the burners, you can even stick that, you know, I mean, I'm promoting my burners. You could use it with a Trangia, you could use it with one of the speedster stoves, but obviously for me, I'm obviously trying to sort of promote my gear. Promote my stove, so it obviously works together in a nice setup. So there it is, folks. All right, burner, Lixada Windshield. Okay, and obviously use the Eagle kettle to get a brew on this morning. All right. So there it is, got a brew. That's it. Happy chappy. Right, so there it is, folks. So thanks for watching. All right, again, leave your comments and suggestions if you've got any suggestions that you want. I might have a few kit ones coming out pretty soon. Actually, I've just, as I say, I've pulled a plug on a couple of items from at least one item from Helicontex and all the rest of it, and I'll just show them. You know what I mean? I'm not reviewing them as such, just showing you the products. All right, so there it is. So please, obviously, like the channel, please subscribe, please share it with your worst enemies or your best friends, it doesn't really matter, and obviously hit that notification bell so when you know that all my new exciting videos are coming out, you can at least get yourself a brew on and sit down and watch. So take care, folks, have a good one.